I was just scrolling through my phone a minute ago, and it really got me thinking.
About how much we basically live on these little devices.
Exactly. Digital tech is absolutely amazing, but wow, it can also be a bit of a minefield. So today we're going to try and navigate that together, looking at both the incredible upside and some of the really serious challenges. And that really brings us to the core question of this whole thing, doesn't it?
It's a huge one. How do we make sure that we are in control of our technology and not the other way around? That's really what we want to dig into today.
To do that, we're going to break it down into four main parts. First, we'll look at how tech impacts our everyday lives. Then, we're putting social media under the microscope. After that, we'll get into some of the darker corners of the digital world. And finally, we'll wrap up with some actual practical advice on how to stay in the driver's seat. Okay, so let's start with what's right in front of us every day, the tech we use from the moment we wake up. I mean, just look at the plus side for a second. We can talk to anyone, anywhere, for basically nothing. We can learn a new language from our couch. We can even work from our couch. And behind the scenes, automation is making so many things more efficient. It's incredible. But there's always a but, right? All that amazing communication can sometimes make us feel more disconnected from the people right in front of us. And that work from the couch dream, well, it can quickly become a work all the time reality, totally blurring the lines. And sure, automation is a game changer, but for some people, it's changing them right out of a job. Right? And if we're going to talk about digital life, we absolutely have to talk about the elephant in the room, social media. It's where we all connect, where we share, and let's be honest, where we get influenced, for better and for worse. For sure. For all the criticism it gets, social media can be this incredible force for good. Just think about it. You can stay in touch with family on the other side of the planet. You can find a whole community of people who just get you, no matter how specific your interests are. And we've all seen these amazing movements get started online, with people using their platforms to talk about really important stuff, like mental health. But then you have the flip side. These apps are literally designed to be addictive, which can seriously mess with our sleep and our headspace. We are constantly flooded with these perfect, curated, filtered versions of everyone else's lives, and it is so easy to fall into that comparison trap. Not to mention, the algorithms tend to build these little bubbles around us, these echo chambers, where we only see things that confirm what we already think. Yeah, and that echo chamber effect is really just the tip of the iceberg. There are some even bigger, more hidden risks out there that we really need to be talking about. We just can't talk about online risks without focusing on mental health. Cyberbullying isn't just a schoolyard thing anymore. It follows you right into your home, into your pocket. A single fake rumor can go viral and completely devastate someone's life. And that constant pressure to look perfect, to be successful, to have it all, it's taking a massive toll on our self-esteem. And then there's this, the deepfake. You can think of it like a hyper-realistic digital mask. AI can now create a video or an audio clip that looks and sounds exactly like a real person, but it's 100% fake. It's a whole new level of deception. Just let that sink in for a second, when the truth itself can just be fake. And this isn't some far-off sci-fi idea. It's happening right now. People are using deepfakes to run sophisticated scams by pretending to be officials, to ruin reputations with fake videos, and even to try and spread panic during critical events. It's a really scary thought. Okay, so we've talked about a lot of the heavy, scary stuff, but it's not all doom and gloom. The good news is we have the power to take back control, and that's what this final section is all about, mastering our technology. So, how do we actually do it? Well, we've broken it down into 4 key steps. The first one is all about setting clear boundaries.
Then, we've got to sharpen our critical thinking skills.
After that, it's about getting back to basics and prioritizing real life.
And finally, we'll cover the tools and teamwork we can use to help us get there.
All right, first up, boundaries. This is all about setting some simple ground rules. If you have a family, maybe that means age-appropriate screen time limits, or it could be something as simple as making the dinner table a no-phone zone so you can actually connect with each other. And it definitely means using those parental controls that are already built into our devices. Next, we all need to put on our detective hats. Seriously, in a world full of misinformation, critical thinking is our superpower. We have to teach kids in school how to spot fake news, and honestly, we all need to get better at double-checking facts before we hit that share button. And we need to get smarter about seeing those sneaky ads and perfect influencer lifestyles for what they really are. And sometimes the best solution is also the simplest one. Just put the phone down. Let's try to trade some of that mindless scrolling time for a walk outside or a real face-to-face chat with a friend. You just can't replicate that same connection through a screen.
And remember, we don't have to do all this alone. There are tools out there to help us, like the report button for cyberbullying and harassment. And it's really all about teamwork. When parents and schools work together, we can do a much better job of teaching kids how to be smart, safe, and responsible digital citizens. So, after all of that, we circle right back to that first question, but maybe framed a little differently this time. Is technology your tool, or are you its?
At the end of the day, it really all comes down to being intentional. It's about making conscious choices about how we use this technology so that it's truly adding to our lives instead of taking away from them.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Thanks so much for joining us for this explainer.
We really hope it gave you some food for thought. Until next time, stay curious.